Por favor, señor, ¿dónde está mi equipaje?
No comprendo, señor. Favor de pasar por aquí.
Then the language problem ended for the moment. Creole had sent another American engineer up from the oil fields to meet me and show me around before I report at the engineering office. He gave me a regular guided tour of Maracaibo. Everything looked just as tropical as I had expected, and only 10 degrees north of the equator, it was just as hot as I had expected. In other residential areas, I saw houses built in the old Spanish tradition. Then came the new again, huge modern apartment buildings. The contrast really hit me when we drove up to our hotel, just about the most modern one I've ever seen. It's a great introduction to a job in Venezuela, but it's only for one night.
Where is Daddy, Mommy?
We're here in the United States. And Daddy is down here in Venezuela. He wrote the letter from Maracaibo. But by now, he's down here where the Lake Maracaibo oil fields are. That's where Daddy is working, Jeff. And when he finds a place for us to live, we're going down there, too.
My first stop was at the administration building where I checked in at my office. I found that the engineering staff is both Venezuelan and American, or North American, as they say here. As we headed out into the lake, I saw that there was no open water ahead, just rows of oil wells. Creole and the Venezuelan government worked together to make sure that the field is planned for the best long-term utilization of the country's oil resources. The gas which comes up with the oil is not wasted or burned off. 7 miles offshore, I saw one of our huge plants which injects the natural gas back into the formation. That maintains the pressure to keep the oil flowing. Practically all the skilled workers are Venezuelan, and with their housing and other benefits, they receive about as much as men doing identical jobs in the United States. Sure, it's a different country, and I'm a foreigner here, but the Venezuelans have already made me feel welcome. All I have to do now is lick that language problem. I traveled to Caracas by air, of course, landing at Maiquetía, right on the shore of the Caribbean. Then we started up through the mountains on one of the most remarkable highways in the world, the autopista. It took us just 20 minutes to climb to 3,000 feet, the altitude of Caracas. Suddenly, we were in the city. The downtown area is dominated by the Central Simón Bolívar, a building development something like Radio City, except that superhighways go through it and under it. I had the driver take me for a ride around the city. He showed me the new sections in the east, where just 10 years ago there were sugarcane and coffee plantations. They use a tremendous amount of color on the buildings, sometimes just to vary pattern. And sometimes for artistic effect. Giant mosaics, 6 to 10 stories high. Some of the residential areas are almost futuristic. But others are so quiet and tranquil that you seem to be in another world. I've told you how modern much of Caracas is. Well, if the rest of the place is modern, they'll have to coin a new word for University City. Believe me, this is no ivy-covered campus. University City is one of the impressive sights of Caracas. Another example of the prosperity oil has helped to bring to Venezuela. The university isn't tucked away by itself. It's part of the city, and it provides the city with many things, from medical care to a beautiful stadium for soccer and track, and another for baseball. The Caraqueños are especially proud of their low-rent housing projects, huge apartment buildings in clusters on the hillsides. We have nothing like them at home.
Señor Moore, ¿dónde trabaja usted?
Yo trabajo en Lagunías con la Creole Petroleum Corporation.
Perfectamente bien, señor Moore.
I'm really learning the language now. Just wait until you hear me when you reach Maracaibo next week.
Atención, por favor. La línea aeropostal venezolana anuncia la llegada del vuelo número 201 procedente de Miami. LAV, the Venezuelan airline, announces the arrival of flight 201 from Miami. Su atención, por favor. Después de cumplir requisitos de migración y aduana, los pasajeros saldrán por la salida este del edificio. Following immigration and customs clearance, passengers will exit at the east end of the terminal.